There's something that Manav Dharam says, which is spiritual, which is your mental well-being, which is your consciousness. And that's where it's telling us that your purpose in life is to know yourself, to realize who you are.
So goal is always in future. A future is always uncertain. So what is certain within us?
Everybody wants happiness, peace, how to get it. Now, the biggest problem is the mind. Because
True,
it's mind
yeah.
which is fluctuating, and that is the one which causes you happiness and can bring also unhappiness.
Hello and welcome to the Modern Day Spirituality Podcast by Manav Dharam, a podcast dedicated to those in search of spiritual insight and awareness. We're going to be speaking to many people from different corners of the world, sharing their insights on their spiritual journeys and on an array of topics. My name's Kavi, and today's topic, we are talking all things life's purpose. It's great to hear we've got two great guests here with us today, Harish and Ravi. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Good stuff. And we're glad to have you on, and we're going to be delving into a great topic here today around life's purpose. But before we get started, it'd be great to hear just a bit of an introduction about both of yourselves. So Harish, can I go first?
Yeah, very briefly, I'm 74 years old. I'm a retired medical practitioner. I live in Leicester.
Nice, awesome. And Ravi?
Yeah, for me, I'm living my life in 34 years now.
Great.
And as a profession, I'm doing chef.
Nice.
And that's it.
So great. You'll get to feed us lots of great things after this podcast, right? I'm sure.
Of course.
Good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. So we'd like to kick off the podcast with just speaking around the definition, I guess. And so one definition we found where it says life's purpose can be defined as having set goals and a direction for one's life. It's a good place to start. Again, something that is slightly vague, but I'd like to sort of delve into, do we have any sort of thoughts on that initially? Is that a good definition? Do we agree with it? Do we not think so? I don't know. What would you say, Harish? Is that sense?
Up to a degree, I think you are correct. People may interpret it differently. Some people may have set goals already in their life. So once you got your set goals, then you know how to go about it. And then you find your ways and means of doing it. On the other end, if many people not sure what they want in life or what they want to do, then I think for them probably it takes a bit longer, or maybe they might reach a stage where they're not sure which way to go. But I think initially, I don't know what percentage, but I don't think everybody has set goals straight away. But what they do is that the goals are changed or interchanged or modified as experience and life goes by, and depending on your circumstances and geographical or political or mental status. And so I think it's a perpetually changing scenario until you reach a stage where you're stabilized, and then you're static in your goals and you're aiming to one particular one. It's just like shooting with a gun, initially you're shaky and unsure, so your targets are not met. But once you become expert and steady with your aims, then you're hitting your goals straight away. So basically,
I don't know, Ravi, would you agree with that definition that we said there?
Of course, for some extent, but I have some on this setting goals and or predefined or anything, whatever the definition is there.
Yeah.
But we have to understand one thing as a human being, as we have a consciousness, we have, we all have. We have a power to decide or something. So life's purpose. So can we split into two things, life and purpose? Okay. So what is life if we understand it? So purpose will automatically come into the picture, So if you know something, for example, you have examination in your, of course, we all did examination.
Yeah, all done.
You have done? Right?
Yeah, too many.
Too many. We are still doing examination.
Yes, exactly.
If we know the exam, we have to prepare it.
Yeah.
But first we have to know it.
Yeah.
Without knowing, we cannot prepare anything. So if I'm preparing maths, but the exam is science,
No,
it's
doesn't
completely different.
doesn't
Right?
make sense.
Yes. So first we have to understand life, and then we'll go to purpose. So for me, life itself has acronyms. The thing is, live in fine energy.
Live in fine
Fine
energy.
energy.
Okay.
So if you are not living in fine energy, the energies which driven us in
Yep.
every sector of life,
Mm-hmm.
every sector of our steps. So live in fine energy. So what is energy within? So that is life. And what is the purpose? To find it. So but we, as the definition, because this is Oxford definition, or this is a general definition we're talking.
Yeah.
But as a human being, is everything general around us?
Not necessarily. No.
We all think about, before getting a single pen, we go and think, okay, should I buy this or the branded one?
Yeah.
So why don't we think as life as a purpose itself?
So rather than splitting the two, combining the two.
Combining the two.
Okay. Great.
So what my uncle said, as he mentioned, 75 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm half of him, but the experience he has more than me.
Yeah.
But my point is that whatever he said is absolutely correct. Even having said that, we have to know that what is exactly going on.
Mm-hmm.
Why we are distracting with our life itself.
Yeah.
You're sitting here, I'm sitting here, Harish uncle sitting here. But something is there which is which makes us sitting
sit
here.
Yeah.
So that is actual life. And that is actual purpose itself. To know life.
So you've basically taken my next question, which is around how do you define the purpose in the context of life? But I don't know, would you do?
I think the question is, how many people ask, you're carrying on with life. You're born and you're carrying on and right until old age. But I just wonder how many people really sit down or at some point and ask, what is my purpose in life? What I come for? Maybe after watching this podcast, some more people will start questioning themselves and find out. But basically, if I just take you back a little bit, like saying that you are a spiritual, being in a human form, rather than a human being in a spiritual form.
Yeah.
I think that itself will tell a lot, that you're basically spiritually oriented as such, in theory at least. And which is what Manav Dharam itself is telling us and emphasizing on us, that you are a spiritual being in a human form. So then what does that mean? That means that personally, spirituality should be a part and parcel of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where you put it, what priority one gives, it's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But life purpose, everybody, I think if you ask 100 people, 99% would just say life is to be merry and enjoy and, be happy and have wealth, health, maybe health, I'm not sure, but prosperity, prestige, and all that. With that comes ego and all that big parcel. So, but if that is the purpose of life, then these are very unstable things, because today you have wealth, tomorrow you don't have. Today you have property, tomorrow you don't have. Good health today, you don't have tomorrow.
Yeah.
There is something that Manav Dharam says, which is spiritual, which is your mental well-being, which is your consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's telling us that your purpose in life is to know yourself, to realize who you are, and what is your purpose in life again. Now that only comes through talking to, listening to, sitting with people who have experienced this. And in this case, I'm talking about spiritual masters, souls who have elevated themselves to the highest level, basically.
Great. So I guess leading on from that, can then life have multiple purposes, or is it singular, would we say?
Okay. So first of all, I would agree, because I'm still bachelor, So my mother is pressuring me to get married, because you have to have one. So being spiritual, everybody in life, everybody who is rational. Rational, I mean that conscious within. Everybody is spiritual. So, in my point of view, okay, the life's purpose is singular, to get peace.
Yeah.
What we are doing, work, earning money, even we know this money is coming and going in the second.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So the thing is, what I'm trying to say, money doesn't give you happiness.
Yeah.
Money will never give you peace.
Sure.
It's you who's getting out of it. Like for example, you have already gained so much money. I would believe this.
Myself. No.
Yeah.
I wish.
I'm just saying it as an example.
No,
you
of
know,
course.
you bought the most what you call expensive car.
Yeah.
It will give you a certain amount of happiness, of course, and you will. But that happiness brings you what, you know? Tragedy, fear.
Yeah.
Because if something happened to the car,
You're more worried about the car.
so you're not worried about the happiness now. You're worried about something,
Yeah.
which came with the money.
Yeah.
I am not saying with the friends or anybody that you should not earn it. Earn it, but first learn it. My always motive is, whenever I speak to a friend or whoever I'm speaking, I always say learn, then you know how to earn.
Yeah.
And when you earn, then you know how to spend. So these all are interconnected. So life purpose is to first learn it, what is and how we can
Attain.
earn it, or we can spend it,
Yeah.
or how to get the ultimate purpose is for everybody, I guess. He's senior than me, you are also, everybody who's listening to me, they're most experienced, but what they're doing is to get peace out of everything, or happiness out of everything. Are they getting it?
I think the way to really do that now is, you're on the right track. That everybody wants happiness, peace, how to get it. Now, the biggest problem is the mind. Because
True,
the mind
yeah.
which is fluctuating, and that is the one which causes you happiness and can bring also unhappiness.
And happiness.
So I think what's happening really, what you really want to do is, what I think our purpose in life would be, or my purpose in life is to do everything that I need to,
Of course, yeah.
regular activities, earning money, having a nice house or something, and cars and everything, and enjoying life, but keeping myself detached from it, so that if anything happens to those areas of my life, it does not affect my mind balance. So I would rather keep it detached, my mind, from all these materialistic items that we are talking about. Now, again, that brings me to the topic, how you do it.
Yeah.
And to
That's the
me,
most
I would
difficult thing,
suggest,
right?
that's the main thing. But you have to ask somebody who is experienced with it, like a spiritual master or a really highly elevated soul. Those are the ones who can really direct you to the right path.
True.
For example, could be meditation,
Doing helping, serving people,
Serving
who's in
people,
need, you know.
and which is what all these elevated souls have done. If you talk of Jesus Christ, if you talk of Ram, Krishna, whoever,
yes.
they sacrificed a lot for them. So what happened to them in the end? They suffered. Public didn't understand them.
Yeah.
But what they did was basically
Love.
they wanted to elevate each and every person on this earth to that level we are talking about, where they are remaining happy but detached without being affected by the materialistic world.
I agree on this
Yeah.
point. The purpose, actually, the people, they misunderstood it.
Sure.
There is two way: expecting joy and expressing joy.
Okay.
The life's purpose, they are thinking that the purpose, is means goal, is something to achieve, and the achieving goal is always in future.
Yeah.
We all agree
Yeah,
on
we
this.
know that. Yeah.
The future is always uncertain. Is it certain
Yeah.
for you?
No, it's not.
What
You don't
happened?
know what's happening tomorrow. You don't know what's happening
Yeah.
next hour.
Yeah. Some now it's in London weather. It's raining or some
Yeah.
after. Okay, there is forecast. I'm not talking. We are not going
Yeah.
into this, but I'm talking the very minute after that. We don't know. Very second
gonna
after
happen?
that. So goal is always in future. A future is always uncertain. So what is certain within us? And the purpose is should be like expressing joy, which we don't do.
Yep.
We always do expecting joy. Okay, I did this. I expect joy
this.
from this.
And are we expecting a certain feeling from that? So are you saying I'm going to get this and therefore I'm going to feel amazing, I'm going to feel powerful,
Yeah, of
etc.?
course. When you expect something,
Yeah.
joy means always happiness. It's our life is always ending with happiness.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, even like we are in meditation. Like I've been in like Manav Dharam, since like 10 to 11 years now. The first when I started it, it's like nothing. You'll not get it. Whenever you have it, it's like it's nothing. But when you go into it, is that you truly realize that okay, this is how it's happening. It's
So-
happening itself.
So you're saying immersing yourself into your meditation has supported that?
Yes, the
Sure.
immersing, and the thing is, I'm telling you, when you go more into more,
So deeper and deeper.
deep
Sure.
and into deep, you should not immerse. You're already there.
Yeah.
What we are finding is already there.
Yeah.
The happiness within us is already there.
Yeah.
But like he said, mind complicating everything.
Yeah.
Ego. The part of mind is
Absolutely.
ego.
You're right.
Ego. Because when ego comes,
Everything
end of
else.
story.
Yeah.
Then expecting joy. For example, you have your boss there. He will every time expect you to do something else. He will not do, he will be angry. So he was expecting joy. You were expecting bonus and you didn't get it. It's all expecting, not expressing.
Yeah.
That's what
How do we change to that expressing view then?
my point is spirituality. No other option. Believe me, this word, I'm saying it. And I can tell to everybody, I'm telling it, I'm saying it to everyone whoever I'm meeting, Without spirituality, it doesn't mean that you should not work. Spirituality doesn't say anything that you should not work outside. You have to do, as he mentioned, that regular action, we have to do it. But without spirituality, I'm telling you, you cannot get peace. If you agree.
True, absolutely. I mean, not everybody understands that. That's why you only find a small percentage of people who are really, really into spirituality. But as I was talking about this again, what Manav Dharam is doing for me, example, is that same thing, meditation to control your mind. Then Manav Dharam is talking about doing seva as well.
So what? So is that
Seva
selfless
means
work?
Service, selfless service to the society. Plus, you must be listening to spiritual discourses as and when you get a chance from spiritual masters and saints, for example. And those are the main three pillars that you should have. And at some point, as time goes by, you're going to find the true effect of this on you, on your mind, and hopefully, you try and feel your purpose in life as such. But as I said again, it all depends on what one
Wants to achieve.
thinks about it,
Yep.
first of all. So it's only about maybe 10-15% of people will talk about it.
I guess, so what role do you guys believe values and beliefs play in sort of shaping our sense of purpose? So how do your values and beliefs shape that for you, I guess?
Of course, because, when we get birth, our left brain, as the science said, is 0. But right brain is always active. Okay. So the values and beliefs you're talking, the values and beliefs are always built up when you grow up. It's not that you never learned how to cry. You never learned how to laugh. It is happening.
Yeah.
We forgot that. Something is happening within us. We are forgetting it, and we are giving too much stress or too much uh, power to the belief we are getting it. The values and the beliefs you're talking about, definitely it will shape, but we have to understand what values and beliefs that we are talking. We always have to think the purpose of life. I'm always emphasizing in this point that our life purpose is to get liberated from what? From mind's complication, from confusion, from stress. People are getting more depressed nowadays. Why? They're overthinker nowadays. Why? Because they don't understand how the mind works. So when I joined the
Manav Dharam.
Manav Dharam Institute, then I realized when I started, I got the initiation, and then I realized it, that how to do meditation and all those things. So it creates me one belief. Okay, the life purpose should be to get the peace. So to get the peace, we have to be, as he mentioned, we have to be detached with materialistic things, and we have to get the internal peace. So for that, our Sri Maharaj, like Guru Maharaj ji, he always say, you have to always be introvert while doing the extrovert working. Like for example, if I want to pick that cup and to drink, you should always aware inside that what you're doing. You have to be present in the moment. Being present is happiness.
Is that easily done then, being present? Do you think?
I think it evolves. I mean, first thing is you need direction, you need guidance from somebody. It's very unlikely that you'll do it on its own. But then as you go along this path, I think you evolve and you adapt to the changes, and more you realize the value of whatever you are doing, the more you start appreciating it, and the more you start accepting it. So similarly, we are talking about Manav Dharam. The more we learn about the activities, and the more we learn about what it's offering us, and the more we go into it, then the more we realize the benefits of it for physically, mentally, and particularly the mental stability of the mind. Then the more you start appreciating it, and more you value it, and you start doing those actions, karma, whatever you call it, more regularly.
So
and
actions is karma, right?
Then you start imparting that knowledge and that activity onto the others, and that's how you probably develop this awareness in the society, and probably thereby probably spreading spirit, peace and unity, rather than this turmoil in the world at the moment
that we see.
Love.
I guess, what advice would we give then to someone who may be struggling to find meaning in their life?
In this, I have like recent example,
Go for it.
So if you don't mind.
No, go for it. Yeah.
So my friend, like one of friend, I was working, in restaurant, and there are a lot of pressure inside it, because you have to work and you have to like give with a good presentation and everything, because it's food, The first food should be eaten with eyes.
Yeah, correct.
Then you will eat process. So okay, out of this context, we were talking about like I always believe in talking spirituality, because it is only help you out in
Everything.
everything. So one guy was like he was so frustrated, he was so frustrated, and he was just saying that materialistic things. Then he is from Islam, I always respect, because see, Maharaji told me, when he was giving me the spiritual talk, when the discourses are coming, he always tell every religion are same. Each and every, because the path is one. We say God is one in Bible. They say God is one.
Correct.
In Quran, you say Allah Almighty is one. Allah is one. And in Hindu we say Bhagwan ek hai. Bhagwan means God.
One.
Okay. So every aspect of religion, is one. So I told, listen, I don't mind which religion you are believing, because this is a belief you have. Okay, I always respect it. But before that, you are a human. We forget that, when we grow up, we forget that we are human. So we have to do this. Then he was saying, I was so frustrated because of this. Then I said, you're alive. This is a very good gift you are having it. Why don't you think that the people is not getting the same thing which you are having now? Appreciate it. Be grateful. So then he started like calming down. Then I said, take a deep breath, because the breathing is so much power. How I'm talking to this guy, I'm not saying that this story, how I'm saying this, because I got this knowledge, as he previously mentioned, that direction is very important. If the director who's giving Margdarshak in Hindi is saying director, if the director who is giving your direction is not well known what he's saying, then you will be disbalancing. But what I was so grateful to my knowledge, because I am so respected and I bow down to the knowledge I'm getting with my guru. And how it happened, I always thanks to my parents, because if they were not there, maybe I will come to in different forms of consciousness and that. But in this life birth, I got it.
Great.
So this is how the Manav Dharam helped me to help others. This is how it's coming through it. So
and the key thing is helping others, right, in that direction.
Without knowing yourself, how could you help it?
I guess. Yeah, great. So can we say that purpose can be found in everyday moments as well, or is it just those longer term pursuits? So you're saying you're on this spiritual journey. Is it the case of the everyday sort of moments that we have are important, or would we say that long term grandeur is the most important piece?
I mean, for any action, there has to be a purpose. One would not do anything without there being a reason. So, for example, you want to eat. The only time you'll eat is when you are hungry. You go to sleep only when you are sleepy. If you're not sleepy, you won't be sleeping. So similarly, let's take it deep further now. I'm coming to this point, what Manav Dharam is teaching us and what we are talking about, detaching ourselves, our mind from materialistic thing. But for those who believe in rebirths and reincarnation, for example, which we believe in Hindu scriptures particularly talk about it. And one of the main purposes in life, ultimately they say, is to release ourselves from the bondage of birth and rebirth cycle, and with all these sufferings in life. So again, you're coming to getting away from sufferings and relieving yourself from it. And what spirituality is telling us now here is that if you reach such a stage, in your life with guidance and teachings from the spiritual masters, reach a stage where you really elevate your soul to such a level that, you reach that, salvation. I think simple word is that.
Salvation,
To aim is to reach salvation, so that you are detached from this cycle of birth and rebirth, and which is what at least our Hindu scriptures talk about, and that's the ultimate goal. Should be ultimate goal of each and every human being. So I would say that would be the ultimate purpose in life, really. Besides all the regular things that we do
on a day-to-day basis.
I'll agree on this point, because what you are saying this every day. The purpose is already aligned with us every second, because we are breathing, So it is saying that if you don't let go of your first breath, you cannot take second.
Agreed.
So first of all, we have to understand to let go. Let go of things is giving you salvation.
And that's one of the hardest things for people to do,
but
right?
We are doing daily basis,
Yes.
We don't realize it, but we are taking breath, the first breath. We cannot hold it. There is a vital energy within us which is telling us, listen, your body is saying so many things. We are not just focusing. So the purpose is getting daily life is to get salvation every second when you're taking breath.
Agreed. I want to direct a question to you, Harish. So if you go back 25 years, knowing what you know now, for example, would you approach life maybe differently?
Yeah, definitely. If I'd known at then what I know now, then definitely I would be much more advanced in my spiritual knowledge, for example, in my thoughts and ideas. Maybe I would have been much happier person. I'm happy now, but I would have been definitely relatively much more happier,
Back
much
then,
calmer
rather
at
than
that time.
Yeah. Okay.
From that time, I used to be rather a short-tempered person.
Okay.
Long time back, it changed a lot, but maybe those things would have changed much earlier, for example. And I could have probably influenced many more people into taking this path of Manav Dharam, the spirituality, and overall improve the quality of my life.
Yeah.
Not that my quality is not good, but could have been even better.
Yeah.
Just put it in general.
I guess same question to you, Ravi. Not 25 years back, but I guess a few more years back. Do you think you'd do anything differently, or it's very much the same for you?
It's complete. It would be definitely is complete, because what I'm understanding now in a deeper level, if I understood that time, so my life approach will be entirely different for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing, when you're getting old, you want to go back. Why?
Yeah.
You want to. This is the psychology of every human specs. So every people are saying, okay, I wish I would have child again. Because you know now that it's nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing is nothing. You're getting out of it nothing.
You miss the opportunity.
You miss the
That's
opportunity.
basically
You miss your breath.
Yeah.
Which now I'm understanding by the grace of our Sri Maharaj Ji. He's telling you're missing the you priceless, priceless breath. Because if it is not there, end of story.
Yeah.
We are talking here, you're calling me Ravi, I'm calling you Kavi. Who is there?
Yeah.
Only body will be there.
Yeah, nothing left.
So this understanding will always be there if you have time machine, please.
Yeah. We'll try get one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great stuff. So, I mean, we've gone through a lot there, and we've really delved really deep into that topic of life's purpose. So thank you both for joining us here today on the Modern Day Spirituality podcast. It's been great to have you here and great to hear your insights and thoughts. And it's great to hear all the different thoughts in terms of how these two people have been living their lives and where things and life's purpose have changed for them, where they've sort of understood what is more important to them now. And what it comes back to all the time has been spirituality, and through what they've been achieving at Manav Dharam. So thank you all for joining us today, and we'll see you soon on the Modern Day Spirituality podcast. Join us next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time, 12:30 p.m. British Summer Time, and 7:30 a.m. US Eastern Time for the next episode of the Modern Day Spirituality podcast. And if you like the podcast, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. See you next Wednesday.